For the past 10 months, very few aspects of our everyday lives have remained the same. And perhaps one of the best ways to illustrate the pandemic's profound impact is by looking at the state's shortfall in gas tax revenues. While transportation leaders continue to find ways to reduce costs, they say it could have been much worse. News 5's Jordan Vandenberg goes in depth to explain why.
There are needs and there are wants. We don't want to fill up our empty tanks, but we do so anyway. And the Ohio Department of Transportation needs us to.
Without that, our situation would be much more dire.
The money used to build state highways, bridges, and to resurface roads in Ohio comes from the gas tax. In July of 2019, the state of Ohio raised its gas tax for the first time in 15 years, from 27 cents a gallon to 38.5 cents per gallon. That increase alone, state officials projected, would generate $1 billion a year in additional funding for state road projects. While it was a bitter pill for some folks at the time, it's paying dividends now.
Certainly there has been an impact, but I can tell you that impact would be much greater had Governor DeWine and the General Assembly not passed an increase in the gas tax. We couldn't even imagine that there would be a global pandemic that would put a dent in motor vehicle traffic to the extent that it has at that time. I mean, that just wasn't even on the radar.
In April 2020, traffic volume was cut in half across the state amid the coronavirus pandemic, and fewer drivers meant shortfalls in gas tax revenues. For the months of July, August, and September 2020, Ohio's gas tax revenues fell $45 million short of projections. While significant, the situation isn't nearly as dire compared to other states. Pennsylvania, for example, faces a 10-year shortfall of $8 billion, despite a gas tax that is double that of Ohio's. While Ohio has delayed two major projects, some states have scrapped theirs entirely.
Ohio isn't doing that, and the reason we're not doing that is because we were able to get that motor fuel tax increase in the last General Assembly, and that has really helped us tremendously to weather this storm.
ODOT says they found another $40 million in savings through other cost-cutting measures. That includes using brine in the winter to treat the roads. It's just as effective, but half the cost. Reporting in Cleveland, Jordan Vandenberg, News 5.